Hello, everyone. How are you? Today, we're going to start a new playlist. We're going to be using AWS DynamoDB, Lambda, and API Gateway to migrate away from MongoDB to DynamoDB for our data. And the data is what we're going to focus on today. You see the website. It's a simple e-commerce art website. And we have the image, the title, country road, $200, and some measurements for our data that we will be adding to DynamoDB today. Now, before we run over to the management console, I want to explain some things about DynamoDB. So, DynamoDB is a NoSQL service for AWS. RDS is a SQL service for AWS. For our specific situation, DynamoDB is going to be a better choice. I'm going to explain some advantages we have with DynamoDB. It's fully managed, so that means we don't have to configure any underlying infrastructure. Yay! It automatically scales. So what does that mean? That means as your artwork website gets more and more popular, and more people register, you're getting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. What will happen is DynamoDB will automatically add groups called partitions to accommodate all those extra wonderful people. And finally, lower latency. So that just means your customers are going to have a faster interaction with the website. That's always a good thing, right? Now, RDS, it would be better if we did have, for example, an e-commerce site that was more complex, had a lot of tables, a lot of interconnections between those tables. But that's not the case. This artwork website it's pretty simple. So we're going to go with DynamoDB. Next step is we go to the AWS Management Console. And here I'm going to go slow. I like to go slow for you to be able to keep up with me. And we're going to go to DynamoDB. All right, that's what we're doing today. And we're going to be adding the data to a table. Here we have a table, the tables tab. So let's click on that. Okay. Now we're going to go over here to create a new table. Okay. Now there is no strict naming conventions or structure, whatever you call that. I like to use Pascal case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it just art. Oh, it's already coming up for us. Oh, you can see I practiced, right? Just art for the name of the project, and then I'll add artwork for the name of the table. So there's that. We're going to add our partition key. What is the partition key? Is the ID for each individual item. So the first piece of artwork will be 1, and second will be 2. And so there's that. We're keeping it simple, 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 simple. We create our table. Okay. Now, one thing with AWS, many times you're waiting for no reason. You can just go ahead, go up here and refresh the page, and it will be ready for you. There it is, ready for us. So let's go to that just artwork. And we're going to go over here to explore table items. There we go. And we're going to go down where it says create item, and so that we can create our first wonderful item. Now, you have 2 views here. You have a form view or a JSON view. I like to go to the JSON view to add the data. And we are just going to be, copying the data we see from our original structure. So here we go. We have ID. You see that it is a type of JSON, but a weird looking type of JSON, right? So this is actually DynamoDB JSON format, where you have a data type that you need to define. So it's a string, and then the value is 1. Okay, so that's our first item property. Let's go ahead and add our title. Okay, now what is that? That's going to be a string, right? That's going to be a string. And we're going to call that what? Country road. That was, yeah, we're just copying that information. Okay, next, what do we do? Let's go ahead with the price. Okay, now what's different about the price here? We're going to add it as a number type. Okay, and I think that was $200. Wonderful. And then the next, let's go ahead with the measurements that, you know, have numbers in it, but it is going to be a string. Let me go down here. Just get too far to the bottom. Okay. And let's go with 12 inches by 16 inches. Okay, so that will be the measurements. And then the last thing is, let's do our image. Oops, I see my error. Okay, good. Now that's our image, and we're going to go ahead. That's going to be a string. Okay, and then that's a URL. So I need to go to my notepad and grab that for us and put it right there. Okay, there we go. Let's create our item. Okay. Okay. All right, and there we go. If we look here, we have the ID, and then it gives us the image, the measurements, the price, and the title. And we finished. We finished for today anyway. The next video, I will be showing you the Lambda function that we will use to read the data, and then we will finish with the API Gateway Lambda AWS service that we will be able to add to our code here. So where we have this get data function, we will be you know, refactoring this code to use that API Gateway URL. So that's it for today. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Please share, subscribe. And I do welcome positive, constructive criticism. Please don't make me cry. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.